Seriously,
Like,
unlove Jasmyn.
like, do y'all see this pizza? Let's go. We're back. I got my camera back. Finally, and it feels so good. But I've been trying to clean my room for, well, I rearranged it so I could help make everything fit in here a little bit better. And it has taken me about 3 days, and I keep getting distracted. Like, I ran out of storage on my phone, and I was like, you know what, let me use my camera because that's what we got it for. And then I was like, wait, let me figure out the settings to put it on. So then I went on YouTube to look at videos on how to set up the settings for the camera, and I kid you not, the video I found, it was only 7 minutes long, but then I had to watch 2 other videos just to make sure that the settings were actually setting the way they should be setting. And then I got distracted and I found out about Bunny XO and Jelly Roll, and then I went in this deep dive about their story and how they got together and how old they are and all this other stuff. ADHD was ADHDing. So now we're eating. And we are about to finally try to finish cleaning up this room for good, like getting everything done for the night, period, so I can get back to you all in editing, because I have so much content that I have been shooting for months now that I have not edited. And so now I need to figure out the story I want to tell with the footage that I have, because I have so much and I done waited so long to post it and put it together that I don't even know what all I have now, and it's scattered across multiple devices. So yeah, y'all. All right, so let's finish eating and then let's get to this cleanup. That was so good. Killed it. Now the rest of this is like fat and stuff. Not a fan, but listening to some Talia.
Flashback.
I feel like ever since my core and everything that got together, it's giving a little Meg.
End of flashback.
Do we see how red my eyes are? Y'all, I just watched season 6, episode, I think 15 of This Is Us. It's like the second to last episode when Rebecca on the train. As soon as Beth walked in, started boohoo crying. And cried the rest of the episode. And y'all, my period, I just got off my period a few days ago, so it's not hormone. My goodness. If you have never watched This Is Us. Now, I've been binge watching all day today now, like the last maybe 2 or 3 episodes earlier today, because they were just so good. And I already really enjoyed the show. But season 6 really solidified for me that this is such a great, well-written show. Like, I absolutely love watching movies, love things based on a true story, and, you know, like realistic. Like, that's what I love to watch. I love to watch something I can actually feel like I can relate to, or I can be inspired by, or moved by. Like, don't get me wrong, horror movies are cool. Comedy is cool. Rom-coms, like, don't get me wrong, I love me a good rom-com now. You know, those type of movies cool and stuff, but like, if I can give me a drama. And I literally just recently, within like the last, I'll say year and a half, realized that I am a drama girl. Like, I love me a good drama. And like, it makes sense now when I think about, like, I knew for a fact that I liked movies that were based on true stories, or like, you know, based on like real life or real relational, where you could relate to it. I knew I liked those, but I never thought of it as like, oh, that's drama, girl, that's drama. Like, you like drama. I never realized that until within these last few months, like within the last year and a half, at my big old age. And, you know, that's why it is important for you to have a single season, and to have a single season that you are actually comfortable in. Not you single and you sad and lonely, or you single and you don't want to be single. No. Don't get me wrong, I've been in those seasons too. But when you get into a single because I want to be single, like, there's people out here that, you know, do have good potential, but no, like right now I need some me time. Like, I need to focus on me. I need to figure me out. I need to learn me. When you have one of those seasons, you learn so much about yourself, because you are finally able to focus solely, completely on you. And I wish I would have done the work before I had children, because I love my children. I love them. I love them. I love them. However, children take up so much of your time, and I'm not going to say it's impossible, because I do it, but it is extremely hard to have a schedule with children, because children are so unpredictable. But if you do manage to get your children on a schedule, that's the first key. It will be a lot easier for you to create a schedule for yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, the schedule is not going to be perfect, because sometimes children have sleep regressions where, you know, they used to sleep through the night. Now they don't do that no more. Like, it's just, yesterday they was just fine, but today it's a nah. And then like a month later, you like, dang, like when did it change? Kids go through regressions. They get sick. They are super germy. No matter how well you feed them, no matter how well you try to teach them to be sanitary. When you got young kids, they just very germy, very sickly. And don't let you have some children that have medical problems or issues. All 3 of my children, one is confirmed to have asthma. The other 2, they're a little too young to be diagnosed, but basically all the doctors are saying, like, no, the signs are there. And so they got inhalers. Like, all 3 of my children got inhalers. All 3 of them are allergic to peanuts and peanut butter. One of them is allergic to dairy. Like, have a small piece of cheese or something with dairy in it. It could be something as simple as bread cooked with dairy. And now they mouth, you know, it's not funny, but sometimes you just gotta laugh at life. But yeah, I went down that long tantrum of basically it's a lot. Having children is a lot. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And when you do not have children and you are single by choice, that is like the perfect time to really learn yourself and get to know yourself. And also you will naturally get to know yourself as time progresses, because the older you get, the more you're able to kind of look back and see some of the patterns, like, oh, you know, I always come back to this. I think I might actually really like this because, you know, I keep coming back to this. Or, you know, after all these years, I still find enjoyment in this. Like, the older you get, the more likely you will be able to reminisce and look back over your life and see some of the patterns that now you can say for like 98% certainty, oh, this is me. This is what I like. But if I could have like a subset of that, like a 2A or 2B type of point under that main point, is that you have to actually pay attention to yourself as well. Like, if you're not doing something that's really standing out, when you look back over the years, you might not be able to remember as much because you weren't really intentional. You were just, you know, going with the flow, or, you know, you just living life. So I would suggest journaling. Journaling is something that helped me see so many of my patterns a lot easier. Like, and I can show y'all some of these journals. I have so many journals where I have just, I was consistent. I was consistently inconsistent, or inconsistently consistent, however you want to word it. But I would always buy a new journal, like, because I would forget, oh, what was this journal even meant for? And I would just keep buying journals. And so I have entries in so many different journals. But the bottom line is I was still consistent because I was still writing at least, and I kept them. Journaling helped me see me so much better, because I would then go back and I would reread some of the things that I had written. And, you know, after a while, after you have written so many pages, you're able to see the story a lot better. Just had a profound, but not profound moment there. But anyways, so these journals help me see me a lot better and see my patterns a lot closer. So that would be like the little subset. Make sure that you journaling, and even if you're not super consistent, maybe you putting it in your notes app, maybe you putting it in a digital planner here. You know, maybe you got all these recorded videos that you never published because you didn't think they were good enough, like, but you still were talking to the camera. Go look at some of that stuff. You will start to see you a lot better. So yeah. Anyways, back to the main point of This Is Us. Like, absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful episode. And I will be watching the last episode. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow because I'll be at home by myself. So I'm going to watch the last episode, the series finale episode tomorrow. And I will let y'all know my thoughts on it. But well done. Like, well done. That goes up there with Game of Thrones for me. Like, I feel like This Is Us was memorable, like Game of Thrones was memorable, where you remember episodes like, ooh, didn't see that coming. Like in Game of Thrones, how they started off, my man's getting his head chopped off, the main character head chopped off. That's how y'all starting? Instantly hooked once that came through. Instantly hooked. And so, yeah, like, the way you were able to grow with the characters. And something I would say that This Is Us did better than Game of Thrones is how they ended it. Like, they wrapped it up where I did not feel like I was cheated. I felt like it was quality. Like, I'm telling y'all, I haven't even watched the series finale, and I already know they're gonna wrap it up the way, because they haven't missed. Like, it has not been a miss. So, yeah. Game of Thrones, I wish they would have ended it a little bit better. But I will say they did end it in a way where it made sense for everybody's storyline. But and they ultimately got, at the end of the day, what they wanted. But aside from that, I wasn't crazy about Game of Thrones ending compared to just the magnitude of the earlier seasons in the show. But yeah, okay. So I will talk to y'all later.
Think big, bitch. I gotta go.